Hey, what's up everybody, it's GalacticJerry, and today I'm bringing you a couple more matches from the Battle of Hoenn online competition for Pokemon ORAS. So for this match right here, I decided to use the Crobat, Metagross, and the Dusclops. And my opponent decided to use the Gardevoir, the Metagross, and the Sableye. You know, I wasn't too sure what Pokemon he was going to use. Why did I choose Crobat? I think I decided to choose Crobat because I think I might have seen a Breloom on his teams. So yeah, I think Crobat's the only Pokemon that I have that could probably deal with Breloom. But anywho, let's go ahead and press play on this thing and see if I remember what exactly happened. So anti-Hoenn. So yeah, I lead out with the Crobat, and my opponent leads out with the Sableye. And I know this Sableye was probably going to go for a Will-O-Wisp, which he does. But it's not that big of a deal because I don't really have this Crobat to attack. I pretty much just have it for Toxic stalling. So I do go for a Toxic and I'm able to land it. So at this point I'm just going to go ahead and start using Roost to stall this thing out. Even if it would have Mega Evolved, you know, Mega Sableye has the ability Magic Bounce, and it would have bounced back the Toxic, but it's not going to affect me because, you know, Crobat's Poison type, so Toxic is not going to affect them. But yeah, then the Sableye decides to go for a Foul Play, and it's able to do a decent amount of damage, even though I'm burned. Because Foul Plays depends on the attack of your opponent. Yeah, but the Sableye is carrying Leftovers, and I'm carrying Black Sludge. It's like I said, the burn is not that big of a deal, especially because I have Roost, so I'm able to recover. So then the Sableye goes for another Foul Play. I think at this point my opponent decides to switch out Pokemon because I think he was catching on there. I was just trying to stall him out. But I'm not sure if it's this turn or next turn. But I think at this point I decide to go for another Roost. Let's see. Okay, even though I say, you know, being burned is not that big of a deal and it's kind of is annoying. Okay, so yeah, my opponent did not switch out this turn and instead went with the taunt, so I'm not going to be able to use Roost anymore. So I think I decided to like be a coward and switch out Pokemon, but I don't switch out. I think I just go with a U-turn, just in case my opponent decides to switch out as well. But let's see. Okay, so my opponent does switch out first. And meanwhile, okay, so he switches out to the Metagross. You know, I do not want to stick around to deal with this Metagross with my Crobat because this Metagross is probably carrying Sand Headbutt. So yeah, I did go with the U-turn, like I said, and I'm going to my Dusclops. So I pretty much got a free switch in right there. And with the Dusclops, I think he was predicting me to go for a Will-O-Wisp. He switches back into the Sableye. So yeah, I do go for the Will-O-Wisp because I really wanted to burn that Metagross. I wasn't too sure if he was going to Mega Evolve it or not. Yeah, but you know, burning that thing will really be helpful for me anyways. So you know, Sableye then goes for the taunt, and I think I went with the Night Shit, so yeah, I'm able to at least do some damage this turn. So another Night Shit would do the trick. That is, if he doesn't decide to use Recover, which as far as I'm concerned, he has Will-O-Wisp, Taunt, Foul Play, and I'm not sure what his fourth move is. It's probably Recover. Yeah, so then he switches back into the Metagross, and I decided to switch out as well. I'm not sure why. I switched out to my Crobat. So, you know, no, I don't want to have my Crobat deal with this Metagross, like I said. So I pretty much just switched in to take some damage from the burn. But yeah, I go with the U-turn, and I'm able to get a critical hit, but that thing doesn't do anything still. It must be because of the burn, but so yeah, I go back into my Dusclops because I really need to burn this thing. Okay, so then it goes with the Ice Punch. Okay, so Ice Punch, I found that kind of interesting. I would have had a Sand Headbutt on the Metagross, but I'm not sure. Okay, so now he switches out into his third Pokemon, which is third Pokemon, Gardevoir, and I go with a Nightshade. Because I was expecting that he was going to switch out back into his Sableye, so that way the Nightshade would have been enough to take down the Sableye and, you know, one less Pokemon to worry about. Yeah, but say he switched out into the Gardevoir, and you know the what do you call it, the Nightshade is doing a decent amount of damage. Even though it's fixed damage, you can really see that it's doing something. So I didn't go with the Will-O-Wisp. I'm not sure why. Oh yeah, but at first the Gardevoir went with the Hyper Voice, and it was able to land a critical hit, I think. So you know that really sucks. Because I really needed my Dusclops to burn the Metagross. So now I just had to go into my own Metagross. I wanted to go for a Power Punch right here, yeah, but I didn't want to risk this Gardevoir having Shadow Ball. You know, I don't want my Metagross to take a Ghost type move. So instead I just go with a Bullet Punch. You know, to get rid of this Pokemon, you know, 2 less Pokemon to worry about. So now he decides to switch out into his Sableye, and I know he was probably going to go with a Will-O-Wisp, you know, with the Prankster ability. But you know, I had Bullet Punch, which is also a priority move. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that and get rid of this Sableye. So now he switches back into his final Pokemon, the Metagross, and I go with a Power Punch because I don't have any other moves that I could do some damage to this Metagross. I kind of wish I would have given it Earthquake instead of Power Punch, but yeah, I was kind of deciding between those two. So yeah, for this Metagross is running Life Orb, so I go with another Power Punch just to try to do as much damage as possible. But of course not really doing anything, and the next Earthquake is going to be enough to take down my Mega Metagross, which sucks because I really didn't need it because my last Pokemon is Crobat, and like I said, I'm not sure if this Metagross is running a Sand Headbutt or a Psychic type move because he used Ice Punch last time. I had my Crobat facing this Metagross. So yeah, I just go with the Roost just to let the Life Orb take him down. So yeah, he went with the Ice Punch, so that's kind of telling me that he's not carrying a Psychic type move, so which is kind of weird. But you know, maybe Ice Punch is a good move to have on the Metagross and just to deal with them Salamence or something. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep using Roost. I just needed to take a little more damage from the Life Orb, at least one more turn, so that way I can just go for a U-turn and, you know, make this Metagross faint. Yeah, but he keeps using Ice Punch, so you know, I think if he was carrying a Psychic type move, I would have lost this battle for sure. So yeah, now I decide to attack with the U-turn, but you know, he goes with the Bullet Punch just to get the priority move in. If he would have landed a critical hit, I think that would have been the end of my Crobat, but you know. No, thank you for not carrying a Psychic type move on your Metagross, you know, that gave me the victory. But anywho, yeah, that was a fun battle. Let me go ahead and show you another battle for this video. I'm going in order, so yeah. Okay, so for this battle right here, I'm bringing the Dusclops, the Metagross, and the Gardevoir. My opponent is bringing the Gyarados, a Breloom, and a Sharpedo. So, you know, he either had I think he had like 4 different Pokemon that could have been the Mega Evolution, but I figured it was going to be Sharpedo because I'm not sure if having Sharpedo is a good idea by itself. I mean, it's still a good Pokemon, don't get me wrong, but so I decided to go with the Dusclops, like I said. The Breloom, this Breloom has really caused me a lot of problems. I don't really have any Pokemon to deal with Breloom. I should have thought of that because I know Breloom is a common Pokemon out there, and that Spore, I hate that Spore so much. Ugh, I just hate falling asleep. One of my Pokemon falling asleep. So yeah, my opponent leads out with the Sharpedo, and I lead out with the Dusclops. Okay, so this is good because I need to burn this thing. So yeah, my opponent goes with the Crunch, But of course, it does a lot of damage. Why? Because it was a critical hit, so this really sucks. But at least I'm able to get the Will-O-Wisp off from. You know, maybe if he wouldn't have landed a critical hit, this battle would have been a lot different. But yeah, he gets the speed boost and then Mega Evolves just to get the ability Strong Jaw, which boosts the power of biting moves like Ice Fan, Crunch, and Bite, all this stuff. So yeah, and then he goes with the Crunch again. It's going to be enough, even though he's burned because, you know, of the ability Strong Jaw. And plus he gets a boost in the attack department when he Sharpedo Mega Evolve. So then I go into my Gardevoir just to yeah, I'm going to trace the Strong Jaw ability, but yeah, I don't see my Gardevoir biting anyone. I don't see how that's possible. But I'm not sure what I was trying to do here. Okay, I went with the Moonblast, which is okay. I just want to get rid of this darn Sharpedo. Kill my mojo. Why did he had to land a critical hit? You know, why? You know, but then I'm able to recover a little more with the leftovers. But then he goes into this Pokemon right here, the Pokemon that I have no answers. The only Pokemon I could probably deal with this Breedlum is Crobat. As you can see right there, the Breedlum is trying to go for a Spore. You know, it's gonna I think it has a 100% accuracy, so it's always going to make your opponent fall asleep. So then he goes with the Spore again, and you know, this is one of those times when I wish I had a timid max speed Gardevoir instead of the bulky Gardevoir that I'm running. Yeah, but you know, I was okay. Then he goes with the Bullet Seed. This Breedlum probably has the ability Technician. I think Technician or Analytic. I'm not sure which one it is. And the one that boosts the power of moves that have the 60 power or less, or something like that. I'm not sure which one it is. Might be a Technician. I think it's Technician, yeah. So yeah, the first Bullet Seed was able to hit twice and was not able to make me faint, but I didn't wake up, so that was really unfortunate. You know, so I go to my last Pokemon, the Metagross, and I Mega Evolve, and I think I decided to go with the Sand Headbutt. I think at this point I knew that Breedlum and Metagross have the same base speed, so you know, I go with Sand Headbutt. I bring it down to its Focus Sash. Every Breedlum has Focus Sash, but I look at that, I'm able to get the flinch. For once I get lucky, but then he switches out into the what do you call this? Gyarados. I keep forgetting the name. So the Gyarados. I go with the Power Punch just to get some boost because I know Mega Metagross is going to be faster than Breedlum. So I went with the Power Punch just to get the boost. I wasn't sure of his third Pokemon, so it ended up being Gyarados. And after doing the Power Punch, he switches back into the Breedlum. I should have gone with another Power Punch. I should have known that he was going to switch back. So that way, next time he brings the Gyarados, he could get the Intimidate off again and, you know, lower my attack stage by one more stage. My attack step by one stage again. So, yeah. So, right now, I'm at -1. This Power-Up Punch is going to bring me back to neutral attack stat, you know, +0, whatever you want to call it. But of course, this Gyarados has the Rocky Helmet item. And then the I go with the Sand Head, but at this, you know, if I would have been able to land the critical hit, I think I would have been able to take down this Gyarados. But unfortunately, that was not the case. I should have gone with the Power-Up Punch when he switched back into his Breedlum. So the match would have been different. But you know, it sucks that I lost, but it is what it is, and that's how we learn. But you know, the thing that frustrated me more was the fact that his Sharpedo got a critical hit crunch against my Dusclops, you know. That really sucked. But anyways, those 2 battles for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to hit the like button. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you know, it'd be really cool if you did. Your support really does mean everything, and it gives me reason to keep uploading videos. But for the meantime, like I said, thanks for watching, guys, and I guess I'll catch you next time.